Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Anka and I do art and illustration related videos, so if you're into that, make sure you subscribe and check out the other videos on my channel. So in today's video, I wanted to do a part 2 of rating my art supplies. This video would include mostly gouache and some miscellaneous objects such as paint pens and brush pens and stuff like that. So from my previous video, I rated my watercolor palettes and paints on a scale of 1 to 5, considering the price point, quality of the paints, and how often I use them. So I'll get right into it. I have a bunch of gouache tubes and paints, but not very many, so definitely not as many as watercolors, and I will go through them as quickly as I can. So the first one are the Arteza Gouache colors. Now I have a bunch of colors from them, but I don't have the original packaging. The original packaging came with 24 colors, and I searched for the set online. It seems that they don't longer have it available, at least on Amazon, but they do have a 12 set color which retails for $18. So the price is again very good. I really like this gouache. They do the job. I find that they have particular colors that I like, such as neon pink, and they have this really beautiful Prussian blue, which I haven't found in any other gouache set. Overall, they are really good. The only thing is that many of the colors have dried out. Maybe that's my fault because I wasn't very careful with the lid, but I would give them a 4 out of 5 only because they don't have light fast information and they are not professional gouache paints. So the next item are these Holbein acrylic gouache. I know you've seen them everywhere. I mean, every illustrator has them out there. These are on the expensive side. I bought a set of 12 of these colors for $65, which is pretty expensive. The tubes are of 12 milliliters, which is not a lot, and I've run out of most of the colors. You cannot find them here in Romania, so mostly America, which is a downside for me, but I love using them. The colors dry really matte. They are very opaque. You can layer on top of each other as you would acrylic paint, but they dry down super matte and very opaque. So for that reason, and the fact that I use them quite a lot, I will give them a 5 out of 5. So the next item is this Artex Gouache. Now I was super excited to try these. I've seen them online. They looked really interesting. I thought that they would be super easy to use. However, that's not the case. I don't reach for it. The number one reason is because the packaging is really heavy. I don't have space for it. Like, I move it from one drawer to another because I don't know where to fit this huge palette. And also, it is a bit messy. Some of the colors have dried out, so you have to maintain this palette. It's not like you put a lid on it and it's fine. You have to spray it with water, mix the colors, otherwise they will get dry. So it's very high maintenance for me. The colors look nice. The color selection is beautiful. The quality of the colors is okay. They are not overly saturated, but they dry matte and they are pretty opaque. But I don't reach for it because it's such a big palette. It's so high maintenance. So for that reason, I will give it a 2 out of 5. The price of it is $24 for 18 colors. The price is pretty okay, but considering how heavy it is, I don't think it's worth it. Only if you like really bulky things and maintaining your palette like it's a baby. So the next item is the Liquitex Acrylic Gouache. I got this set of six colors, the primary set. They are more on the watery side. The set retails for $40, which is kind of expensive, but acrylic gouache tends to be really expensive. I don't know why. I found that you can get them on sale for $27. So the quality is good. They dry down matte. I enjoyed using them. I haven't reached out to use them a ton because I bought them recently, but I see myself using them a lot in the future. I will give it a 5 out of 5. I like the quality of the paints and the fact that they dry down matte and the layers cover each other well. So the next item is the Art Philosophy Gouache set. of 18 colors. This retails for $20. I recently made a review on this set. It's a pretty decent set. It's very similar to Arteza. The price point is good. It's not overly expensive. The light fastness is not so great, so I wouldn't recommend you sell artwork using these. These are mostly for sketchbook work and exercising painting. I like the color selection. I don't know how often I will reach for it, but I'm thinking I will reach for it quite a lot since most of my Arteza has dried out. So overall I will give it a 4 out of 5, only because they are not light fast and colors are not super opaque. So compared to acrylic gouache, they are not as opaque. They do tend to be a bit streaky sometimes. When layered up, they do become fully opaque. So my next gouache set is this Sonnet metallic decorative gouache. These come in these little tubs, 6 colors. It was very hard to find them. They are not on Amazon, but I did find them on a Romanian site. The price is around $20. I will be honest with you, I haven't reached for these in 3 years or so. I was excited about these, but then I found other metallic watercolor palettes which are much better. These have to be stirred up, and by looking at them, seeing as I haven't really used them in such a long time, the pigment has left the building and I don't even know if they're good anymore. Yeah, if you're looking for some gouache instead of watercolor metallic paints, then these are a fine option. They're not overly expensive, but there are better things out there. So I will move on from gouache to paint pens and brush pens and stuff like that. So the first thing is the Artistro paint pens with fine tip, the 42 color set. I got this from Artistro. They sent it to me kindly. I love them. The color selection is pretty much any color you could imagine. The price for a set of these is $45, which is a pretty okay price considering how many colors you get. However, you do have to use them often, otherwise the pigment will separate. They are water-based paint pens, and then you have to shake them up, and it takes quite a long time until the pigment is fully combined again and you can use it properly. I have reached for this quite a lot. I like using them to add fine details to my illustrations, and yeah, they are pretty similar to Posca markers except at a better price, so I would definitely recommend them. I gave them a 5 out of 5. The next item are the Pentel brush sign pens. Now, I've seen Lee Alexson use these, and Mailey Mouse, which is one of my favorite illustrators. They are beautiful. They are pens for calligraphy, ink pens. I haven't found a proper price, like a set price. The price differs on Amazon. You can get a set of 3 for $15. You can get one for $15. It depends where you buy them from. However, do be aware that there are a lot of fakes out there, so make sure you get the real ones. I really love these. I would give them a 5 out of 5. Very pigmented, super easy, very juicy, and easy to use. Absolutely love them. However, I think they are a bit overpriced. So the last item are the Renesans Handmade extra soft pastels. Now, I don't really use pastels that much in my work. I bought these just to experiment a bit. They're fun to use, a bit messy. That's the main reason why I don't use them. I would give them a 4 out of 5 just because the color selection isn't that interesting to me, but they're good pastels. They do the job. The price for one of these sets is $8, which is a really good price. They're hard to find. This particular brand, I would say look for them on their website. Otherwise, on Amazon, I could not find a trace of them. But the next item is the 40 color real brush pens from Arteza. I got this huge set from Arteza as well in PR. I haven't reached for them a lot. The first time I used them, I remember I really liked using them, and then I forgot about them. However, if you're really into brush pens, I think this is a decent set. Some of the colors were a bit on the drier side, but the price for one of these is $38, so that's a pretty good price considering how many colors you get. I would give it a 3 out of 5 just because I don't really use them. I'm not into brush pens, and some of the colors were dry, but the ones that were juicy were good colors. So that's it for most of my art supply collection. I do have other miscellaneous objects that I didn't include, mostly because I don't use them and I'm planning to donate them. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful. Let me know in the comments section your thoughts on it, and thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.